goodbye, not only to Tallinn, but to this geezer who roams the streets with his little flag. I'm not sure what he does, but he's pretty chill, and I like these there. Makes me feel a bit more welcome, you know. So, Starship, goodbye. Now, when your feet are in the state minoring, to be told you've gone to the wrong terminal and it's another 10-minute walk is a bit soul destroying. But look at this bridge. It's bloody wicked. It's got a fin for no reason. That's what I'm talking about. I guess it has a fin because that's where it's going next. Good God, I'm sleep deprived. Jesus Christ. That was painful. God dang, put me through. I haven't got a ferry in a long while, but it's a pretty relaxing way to do things. It's about a 2-hour crossing. Hopefully, it won't drag too much. The seats comfy, which is nice. But the only plug I could find for free, that was limited walking because of my feet. It's right by the kids' entertainment area, so I'm going to pop something to do there and just chill for a bit. And yeah, I'll be in Helsinki before you know it, to get another country ticked off the list. So no change in the temperatures. The heat wave is still very much here in Helsinki. I think the big change though is the price of everything. It's a lot steeper than it was in the Baltics. You know, everything is so much cleaner here. It's really nice actually. Everyone just seems really chill, and because there's like no small talk really, people are just content to sort of sit there and enjoy the light jazz that they're playing in the background in this cafe, rather than chatting about how is your mum, all that jazz. So yeah, I'm gonna do a couple of touristy things. Got the cathedral to see, that's the number one really. And then off to the Bolt Arena I go. So join me if you like. It's gonna be fun. There seems to be some kind of pride event going on because there's rainbow flags everywhere and the trams are absolutely rammed. I had to breathe in and tuck my bag away so that it didn't hit a small child. Such was the crowdedness of the tram, and I saw the trams going the other way and they were equally if not more rammed, so it must be very popular over here, which I am all for, of course. Yeah, I've got still like about half an hour to kill, and I don't really know what's left to do. I sit here behind Alexander II. Sorry, behind me is Alexander II. Couldn't go in the cathedral because there's a wedding going on in the city's cathedral. You can have a wedding. That's unbelievable, right? See, I'm not sure what I can do in such a small amount of time. Obviously I'd like to go on like a walking tour or something, but that takes longer than the time I have, which is a shame. So I think I'm going to see City Hall, and then maybe just head to the Bolt Arena after that, and we'll see what we shall see. You know, if anything takes my fancy, I can always stop off. So yeah, I think that's the plan. Look at this, it's a public toilet with the sign sticking out and everything like it's a shop. And inside it was bloody lovely. They had like a bidet, and I think there was a shower in there as well. Soap smells great. God damn, Helsinki's got it all. On the, I think the tourist office, for some reason it's made of wood and you can walk on it. I don't really know why, but it's epic. Dun, dun, dun. Look at this. See what the view's like. It's not going to be great. Just a bunch of buildings straight ahead. But yeah, you know, it's like a curvy wooden building. I don't know for what it serves, but the, you know, the kids down there love it. And you know what? So do I. For some reason. For a good reason, no doubt. And here it is, down a high street. Not high street, a side street. The Bolt Arena. A little bit of context for this fixture. It's KUPS travelling to HJK. Now this is important because KUPS are top and HJK are second. HJK have just lost 2 games on the bounce, whereas KUPS recovered from losing to Honka. God, it's loud. A couple of, was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, when the international break ended. And now they've got a chance to win the title, which is normally won by HJK, the inhabitants of the Bolt Arena, every season. But this season, they're not having it their own way. And last season, they didn't have it their own way either. As we see, the KUPS bus has arrived. Now, a very kind man called Pekka said that I could drop off my bag pre-match. So hopefully I find the right place to do that. And then I've got to go all the way around the other side to where I'm meant to be. My anticipation is this is going to be the best atmosphere of all the games. I thought Zalgiris were pretty good, and Saduba, that was a good one, but that was similarly like a sort of a high ticket fixture because of fire engine. But yeah, I've watched this fixture twice, not live. This is my first time in Finland, but I've watched this fixture twice on TV, and both times it was 0-0. So I'm hoping for different today. But we'll see. I'm going to go drop my bag off, hopefully, and then get in the ground. Let's go. You can hear the ultras banging away in the background. Pekka came in clutch, which is great. Thank goodness. So now I'm just heading to my gates. So I think I need 5, 6 and 7. So already the atmosphere's pumping here. There's lots of people here, more than any of the Baltic games I went to. I don't know if I can go around anymore. Maybe I can. Down here. I felt a bit bad about turning up in a Bayern shirt, even though I'm only wearing it because it's a beauty and no other reason. So I've got a scarf. Jesus, what's this line for? God. You know, I didn't think it would be this busy, but here we are. HJK for you, the biggest club in Finland, or the most successful at least. I imagine they'll be the most supported as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens when I get here. I'm looking forward to this. I'm not sure it's queued. Let's join it. So I've been a complete idiot and I've got here an hour later than I was meant to. So the game's already kicked off and it sounds like HJK have scored. And I'm still in the bloody queue to get in. What a plonker. No one to blame but myself. I was wrong, we must be behind the away section because it's KUPS that have taken the lead. The league leaders. God. I mean, what an upset that would be. I may still never see a goal in this fixture because even though I've got a ticket for the game, I'm not in there. It should be ridiculous, but it's entirely possible. I still can't see the end of this bloody line. But hey ho. It's my own fault. I've no one to blame but myself. And the time the goddamn time difference. Anyone but myself. Atmosphere's good though. From what I can gauge. In at last. good to see Giannis playing in the flesh again. Half time and KUPS lead 1-0 at the Bolt Arena, and I've got to say they do deserve it from what I've seen. I'm now in another ridiculously long queue for the scran. Usually I wouldn't bother. Everything apart from water. The price of Coke here is the price of a beer in everywhere else I've been. But I am absolutely starving, and these hot dogs do look banging, so I'm going to have to give one a try. God damn, there's so many people. It's another... I just think it was really idiotic that there was only one turnstile for this entire stand. No other, on the other side there were loads. But here there was only, on this side there was only one. So maybe I picked poorly. But, you know, I still think it was idiotic. On the others there's only one. Food kiosk. So this queue's mega as well. Hopefully it's quick. I was wondering why people were leaving at like 30:30. It's pretty obvious why now. That's looping round. It's absolutely ridiculous. For some reason the van queue is really short, so I've gone for that instead. Obviously. The cots. Thank God there was that other queue. The stands are so empty because half the stadium is still in the queue for the drinks and the hot dogs. And that burger, it was expensive. It was absolutely delightful. And I didn't miss a second of the second half. As long as if I miss the only goal, I'll be fuming. So hopefully there'll be another one. Banded outside the area, free kick. After a strong start to the second half, from HJK, should I say, KUPS have really come into it. Giannis nearly scored. He's such a tidy player, I love it. It's bouncing in that way in, isn't it? Penalty to HJK. So that was that, 1-1. So yet another draw in this fixture, meaning KUPS stay 3 points clear at the top. But they so nearly won it at the death with the last kick of the game. A brilliant chance. And a couple of crosses that, had they found their man, would have been in a certain goal. Oh, it was a really exhilarating end to the second half, and therefore my football trip. It's you know, it was great to end with such a good, fun, bouncing atmosphere. I also met a really nice guy who was sitting next to me, was telling me about all of the Balkans and how they're such a good ski location, among other things. And yeah, I'm just a bit gutted it's over now. I've got to get my stuff from Pekka and then head to the airport. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this journey. It's been bloody lovely. You can see the fans thanking the team. I mean, you know, it was a Stonewall penalty, so I guess they weren't lucky to get a point, but all the same, they, you know, rode their luck a bit. I think it's fair to say, HJK, but you know, they're still trailing for that exact reason. So I don't think the team is quite that good. However, I don't think that KUPS are a whole lot better, which is, you know, why they are where they are in the UEFA standings, and also why the championship race is so tight, just like it was last season. I think it was HJK's on goal difference, or just like literally 1 point. But yeah, we got to head back to England now, and just in time for the sky to look an awful lot like England. However, it is quite warm here still. I'm led to believe that isn't the case in London. But yeah, thank you so much if you watched just this video or any of the other ones. It's been a joy to make them. I am a bit gutted I've got to go home, I've got to be honest. I'd very happily saunter around and watch football forever, but it's just not possible at the moment. But yeah, thank you and goodbye from Helsinki. Hell yeah. I'd have to come back. I've barely seen any of the city, but it does look like an awesome place. Yeah. Gotta trek through a bloody forest to get to the train station. This can't be right. What on earth? This is ridiculous. There's some sign of civilization. Some kind of looks like a. Ooh, I think like a dressage course or something. All the jumps and stuff. The equestrian. It's beautiful. Is this definitely the way to the station? Who the hell knows? That's what Google Maps says. When the guy at HJK gave me directions, he didn't mention having to wander through a bloody forest. The escalator in Helsinki airport is lit up like it's the stairway to heaven. It's unbelievable. Look at that. I'm ascending. Ascending. I'm gonna get rejected at the gate, right? Of heaven, that is. Hopefully not the airport, but I mean, that would be the worst. Hello, Future Tom here, back now in England, and I just thought I'd give a quick rundown of what I really thought of all my destinations, the football I saw, and sort of what I would recommend and where perhaps wouldn't. So we'll start with destination number 1, Lithuania. Really nice place. I liked everywhere I went, both Marijampol and of course Vilnius. I particularly like Vilnius, actually. That's the capital city I'd very highly recommend going to. It was just beautiful. It had the really nice mixture of sort of the Baltic architecture and some modern stuff as well. Plenty of stuff that you can see and do, and everything was very reasonably priced as well. So yeah, I really liked Lithuania as well. The football was alright as well. I think if you're going for football, I'd make sure you watch Zalgiris, as they are by far and away the best team in the country. So you're better off at least seeing one decent team. Obviously, they really blew away even their most famous rivals in emphatic style when I saw them. So they can imagine what they could do to some of the less teams in the league. But even their support were quite entertaining. As well as the fans, I've got to be fair. Less so the other games. I mean, Hegelman didn't have a single fan that came. I'm not sure how far the trip is, but to have no one come, that's wild. Even some of the far poorer games with far poorer teams had travelling support. See, I think from a football point of view, it wasn't the best. There wasn't a lot of food on offer unless you like crisps or popcorn, and then it'd be fine. But they all supplied the beer, which I think in the Baltic states is the most important thing. As long as you got the beer, you got a little nibble, then it's okay. All the tickets were reasonably priced. I think it was €6. Oh, and I got them for free in the first game, didn't I? Yes, so can't complain to the Retarai staff one little bit about that. And yeah, something I definitely recommend. Riga was more of a little stop off. It's a city I've been to before and I quite like. I would say it was probably the third best of the Baltic states, fourth best if you're including Helsinki, which is a debate. The game was really bad. I think the worst I saw, and I saw a 0-0 in the second division of the Estonian league. They were that bad, but the people are all really nice, and everything's just so everything you need is there, so I wouldn't complain about that one bit. Moving on to Estonia, where I spent the majority of my time, the vast majority, I'd go as far as to say. Tallinn's a great city. The the rail network, not the rail networks, the bus and trams, they're rapid, they're always reliable, they'll get you wherever you need to go within about 10 minutes. And there's always a seat or at least some space. It was brilliant. The football, I think the best supporters were here, the exception being TK Legion and Levadia, the champions, who've a reigning champion, had a very pitiful turn up. Really, about two guys shouted. There wasn't one song for the entire game. It was like watching football in England. I jest. But, I had some really differing experiences. Telling Kalev was a fantastic fan experience. I think if you go to Estonia for football, that is what you have to do. And I think you have to go to the Alekok Arena as well. It was a really nice ground. Had sort of everything you need. It was just a bit of a shame that the attendances didn't quite meet. Well, for me, I thought the standard of football there in Lithuania was pretty decent. We'll talk about Finland later, which, I mean, UEFA rankings don't lie. They are sort of in and around where the Baltic states are, but there's a lot of mystique about them probably being a bit better than Estonia and Lithuania and Latvia, but I wouldn't say that's the case at all. The Estonian league, I think the good thing about it is it's quite Tallinn orientated. So you don't really need to leave the capital to see a game every day. I only had to leave the capital once in 4 days to catch a game, and I didn't even originally plan to. It was only the game I was going to was cancelled that I had to do that. So the football was really good. Parnu was lovely as well. Yeah, I just, I can't really speak highly enough of it. I'd be happy to go back again. I don't know what I'd do because I've been to every ground in the city, but yeah, it was a lovely place. The food was good. The people were lovely. Can't speak highly enough of it. Then we go to Finland, which is Helsinki was a really interesting city. Somewhere I'm definitely going to have to go back to. It was the one I was actually asked about by my friends that I've seen so far the most, even though I was barely there. So I had to sort of caveat anything I said by that. But it sort of brings me to my overall point of all the places. Everything was really reasonably priced. The the public transport was really reliable, really good, but I could not work out for the life of me how to pay for it. Everyone had these cards, or they had some tickets that they put into a machine. It wasn't there for anyone, and all the signs said don't talk to the bus driver. There was a couple of signs talking about getting an app, but I don't want to download an app. I just want to get on the tram. Okay, do you understand? I don't know how this works. And in Finland, it was just a flat. I did read it there because I was waiting at that bus stop for a little bit more because it was a Sunday. It was a Saturday, but still. It was just like download this app and then you pay this amount and it covers you for 80 minutes. And it's just like, what if I'm going like 3 stops? I have to pay for 80 minutes worth of tram after I've downloaded this app. It's ridiculous. All the elderly people don't even have a phone capable of downloading something from the app. It's just stupid. I don't understand it at all. I love the rides. I loved the whole experience. It was a really, really great experience. If you ever need evidence that, can a random guy that doesn't speak the language, doesn't speak any Russian, go abroad and see these places? Yes, you absolutely can. Because unlike us, those nations, they're really good at languages. They really all spoke very good English. They're very accommodating. They all love their country and they want you to love it as well. And I think that really shone through for me So yeah, I absolutely loved the whole experience. You know, the fact that I didn't get pulled up by a ticket officer means I shouldn't even really complain about the public transport. So yeah, that's it really. Until next time, I guess. An absolutely cracking journey has come to an end. So until next time, bye bye.